If it's true that fear is the biggest obstacle to our happiness and success, can you face your fears before they actually happen? When you're faced with uncertainty and the prospect of failure, will you choose unhappiness over the possibility of failing? Are you able to use negative thinking as a fuel for taking action? Hi guys, I'm Harris, and on this channel we explore the simple habits, tools and strategies to help optimize our lives so that we can be happier, healthier and more successful. We're all familiar with making a to-do list to manage our personal and professional lives, and I can almost guarantee that if you're watching this video, there is one list that you don't currently have, and that's a list of your fears. In this video, I'm going to explain how you can use a mental tool called fear setting to face your fears, make hard choices and take the necessary action to live a happier life. How many times has the fear of what might happen prevented you from taking action on something you wanted to do? Our initial reaction when we're faced with fear is to avoid it. Our fears trigger negative thinking, which can lead to low mood, poor self-esteem and anxiety. To make things worse, a bias towards negative thinking increases the likelihood that you'll spend time thinking about past mistakes or when things didn't quite work out. This negativity bias can affect your judgment, and decisions will seem harder and more complex than they really are, making it even more challenging to handle difficult situations. Fortunately, there's a simple mental tool that we can use called fear setting, which will help manage our fears and the effects of negative thinking. Fear setting is an exercise that author, podcaster and human guinea pig Tim Ferriss came up with about 5 years ago. The premise of fear setting is rooted in Stoicism, a 2,000-year-old philosophy which encourages the exercise of Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of the evils and troubles that may lie ahead. Premeditatio Malorum requires imagining things that can go wrong or be taken away from us, and helps prepare us for life's inevitable setbacks. Seneca, one of the world's preeminent Stoic philosophers, would say, "The unexpected blows of fortune fall heaviest and most painfully, which is why a wise man thinks about them in advance." So what exactly is fear setting? Ferriss describes it as a way to visualize all the bad things that can happen to you so you become less afraid of taking action. Fear setting as an exercise helps you make hard decisions when fear is holding you back and distorting your thinking. It does this by putting your fears under the microscope, assessing the impact of the worst case scenario and considering the consequences of taking action or inaction. All you need to complete the exercise is 3 pieces of paper, a pen and about an hour of quiet, uninterrupted time. Page 1 of the exercise is all about getting up close and personal with your fears. Divide the page into 3 columns, each headed define, prevent and repair. In the define column, list everything you fear about the idea of taking action, the worst case scenario, or the things preventing you from taking action. In the prevent column, list the ways you can reduce the likelihood of the worst case scenario happening. And in the repair column, list the ways that you can repair the damage if the worst case scenario came true. Once you've done this, assess the impact of each item listed in the define column on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being minimal impact and 10 being life-changing impact. On the second page, consider what might go right if you were to take action. List the positive benefits of an attempt or partial success of taking action. Then assess the potential positive benefits of these successes on a scale of 1 to 10. Again, 1 being minimal impact, 10 being life-changing impact. Lastly, divide the third page into 3 columns, each headed 6 months, 1 year and 3 years, and write down the cost of maintaining the current status quo over the course of these time frames. Once you've completed the exercise, if the scores on page 2 are higher than page 1, then it's time for you to face your fears and take action. To make it easier for you to complete this exercise, I've created a free fear setting worksheet which you can use right after you've downloaded it via the link in the description below. Ferriss himself attributes fear setting to producing some of his biggest personal and business successes, as well as helping to avoid catastrophic mistakes. To put this into context, you can use fear setting when you're trying to make a decision about what to do next in your professional life. For example, quitting a job to start a new business, or personal life, like making the decision to move from London to Brighton. That's me. You can also use it when you've made a decision that's stressing you out because of the upcoming changes in your life. Fear setting can help you come to terms and accept those changes. By completing the fear setting exercise, you gain greater clarity about the realities of taking action or maintaining the status quo. For about 6 months after I learned about fear setting, I had an ongoing reminder in my phone to complete the exercise. I was avoiding facing my fears, taking action and dealing with the consequences, which is the exact thing that the exercise requires you to do. One tool that helped me start the exercise was the 2-minute rule, which helped me take action, generate momentum and get shit done. It's a simple tool that you can start using straight away. For a deeper dive on the 2-minute rule and how you can use it to start taking action on the things that you've been avoiding in your life, check out this video right here. Don't forget to download the free fear setting worksheet that accompanies this video as well. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in the next video.